Hi, Primas. I'm Roxy,
And I'm Giselle.
and this is the For Las Primas podcast. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. We're kicking off the new year by talking about fresh starts, reflections, and the intentions we're carrying into this next chapter.
Whether you're setting big goals, moving slowly, or just trying to survive January and this upcoming year in general, this episode is for you.
So grab your cafecito and let's get into it.
Well, first and foremost, Happy New Year.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
It was a bittersweet year, I feel like.
It was bittersweet. Yeah, it was bad in terms of the politics in the US, but it was good because we went to see Bad Bunny.
Yes, Bad Bunny. I'm excited for 2026 in certain ways, but also like I do have a sense of dread about 2026 in terms of politics. I think it's only going to get harder before things change or get better. So I'm trying to stay optimistic on that front and just focus on myself and the things I can control.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a good New Year's resolution is no more doom scrolling.
My friend just sent me this book called 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Accounts Right Now. He read it and he is off social media this year. This book really convinced him and he sent it to me and I have it and I read the table of contents. It was so stressful. I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I'm ready to enter this yet. I don't know how I feel about it." Because the chapter names are like free will and addiction. And I was like, I am addicted. I understand my problem with social media. I don't know how to repair it yet, but I'm gonna read this book and report back.
I don't know that I could come off social media at this point. I'm in too deep, but there could be like better control when it comes to doom scrolling and stuff like that.
I would love to hear from the primas about their relationship with social media and how they navigate doom scrolling. For me, I definitely think it comes in waves. A lot of it is feelings of boredom or like I'm uncomfortable in a space. So I'm just going to look at my phone and use that as my comfort blanket. But I want to stop doing that.
I notice that. I do that too. I'm trying to put it away. I'm going to go out and I'm going to put my phone in my purse and I'm not even going to touch it.
Ironically enough, there's a social media account that I follow, and this girl talks about making your life more whimsical and being more whimsical as an adult. And she has an analog bag. And so it has a crossword puzzle, it has like her knitting, it has like a couple of things that she likes to do, like a card game. And she brings her analog bag places just to make sure that she's not going straight to her phone and she's able to be present in her everyday. And so maybe we could try the analog bag and report back on how it goes.
That's not a bad idea.
So we just talked about one of our goals for the new year, which is trying to be more mindful about how we consume information on social media.
Yeah. What other goals do you have?
I don't know, but I will say that I'm not feeling very motivated to set goals yet. Well, I don't know if we're in this state of like constantly improving ourselves that I don't know if we ever take time to just be like, I'm going to live in this moment. And I have done a lot of work. And now it's like maybe a time where I'm feeling so blocked from goal setting that maybe there's something to the universe sending me a signal of like, maybe this time just take a break from like working on yourself or setting big goals and sort of like, I don't know, reap the benefits of the work you've already done.
I love that.
Ah,
Oh, well, we both want to get our yoga teacher cert this year.
yes. Yes. So that is like a big milestone. I'm going to start mine at the end of the month. So I'm really excited about that. And actually maybe I've been looking at that as the opportunity to go deeper with myself through my training. Um, so maybe that's what's going on with the goal setting
I
this
think
year.
that'll be so good. I worked so hard last year, like finishing up school, and I was just like so into the academics that I'm like burnt out of like ambition right now. Like I just don't
Yeah.
want to be ambitious this year.
You just started this new job too in September. Maybe you're in a space too where like you've worked really hard for what you have and now it's like a time to like stop and just reap the benefits of the work that you did,
Totally.
which I
And
love
it'll be
that.
nice to, like, read again because I only read 5 books last year, which I'm still trying to be like, "That was good," because I read a book, at least one, but I do miss reading, and I actually just finished a book yesterday, but I miss that, like, I just wanna read this book and, like, get, like, so into it.
Yeah, getting like lost in a story is always the best. I read 9 books, which is the most books I've read since I graduated from grad school 12 years ago. So
Oh,
that felt
wow.
like an accomplishment for me. It's hard when you go to school to try to be a reader again,
Mhm.
but those 5 books got you back into the swing.
Yeah, especially the last book I just finished, Julie Chan is Dead, and it's so good. So then I'm like, maybe I just need to change the genre because it was like a horror thriller, and that's like a
I love
change
the
of genre for me.
I like dark books. Even though we're living dark
Mhm,
times, I don't know, there's something about the darkness of, like, a post-apocalyptic world or, like, a world that doesn't really exist or, like, a crime or, like, something that is
mhm.
ex is exciting.
Well, you know, you might like Julie Chan is Dead if you're because it has to do with social media too.
Mm, okay. Well, I guess we do have goals because we just talked about wanting to be more mindful of social media. So I think
Yeah,
subconsciously,
that's true.
we're always doing work on ourselves. It's so different of how we think about the new year than like how our family celebrates. Like we have all of these traditions in Cuban culture that's like, you have to eat 12 grapes at midnight and you only have 1 minute to eat them. And you have to make a wish for every grape you take for every month of the year, which is like so much pressure. I skipped that one this year.
In 1 minute.
I
Like, okay, so we were eating the grapes before, and then we're like, "Is there gonna be enough grapes to do that?" 'Cause we were like, "Is it me or are these grapes, like, so good this year?"
Oh my god, so we do the 12 grapes. Another tradition is that you mop the floor, and then you
Yeah.
save the water, and then at midnight, you throw the water outside,
Never done that.
which my family did that when I was young, but I'm also like, "Why are we throwing that dirty ass water? Where are you throwing that? Not in my garden, not in my backyard where I have, like, beautiful plants growing. No, thank you." So
Oh my god. Also, they did, like, the sweeping. It's, like, the same
oh, yeah.
concept probably.
You sweep out the door.
Yeah, we've done that before.
What are other ones?
Luggage. I saw a lot of people doing the luggage this year.
A lot of people did the luggage.
For people that don't know, is you get a luggage, and I don't even know if you fill it up with anything, you just grab your maleta, and you just, like, go outside and walk around the block, and it's supposed to bring you, like, a lot of travel, for the new year.
And backtracking, the concept behind the cleaning your house or sweeping your house and throwing the water out is that you're getting all of the bad energy from the year from your house and you throw it out at the new year to give your house a fresh start. That's so funny. I love how Cuban generations will do anything but go to therapy.
They're like, "Just mop the floors and throw the water out, it's fine, you're fine."
You don't need to think so much. You guys think too much. It's like, oh, you guys should think a little more about this, maybe.
I know, my mom always used to say, "Instead of going to therapy, why don't you just sit on your couch and think about it?" I'm
Wow.
like, "That's awful."
They don't have different perspectives. This is the problem. They sit with their own perspective.
Yeah.
Here we are today.
That's
Oh my
so
god.
true.
I actually, one thing that I learned living in Montana is actually a lot of people back in the day, like their North Star for the new year was the spring equinox. And actually, that makes so much sense. It's like you're going to set goals in the middle of the winter where it doesn't feel like conducive towards like anything because you're going to be in your house over like the next couple of months, just like sitting at home, kind of like it's a good time to think
Mhm.
and kind of plan, but, like, you don't execute on anything until the spring, until the equinox. And so that's, like, what used to, like, jumpstart, people's, like, activities, into the summer.
I love that because it's so true, like, I mean, being in Florida, it's like whatever, but not everywhere is like this. So if I was in a dark, cold place, I would have 0 motivation to be wanting to, like, think about goals or anything. I'd be like, "Let me just get through this, and then I'll think about it."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been really warm in Denver. We've had, like, 60-degree weather, so it's been, climate change is showing. We've had the warmest winter I've had since I lived in Florida, for sure.
Mhm. Is that
Which is
normal for Denver?
No, last year it was pretty cold. We had snow, and then you might get one day that's warm, and then the snow will melt, but then it'll be cold again. But yeah, like on New Year's Day, we woke up and we came outside and we were just like, what is happening?
That's crazy because it was freezing here in Florida on New Year's Day. It was like 40 degrees, which is cold for us.
Yes, yes.
It was
Uh,
people were bringing out the puffer jackets.
oh my God. I miss the days where being in Florida where it would get cold and people would bring out the scarves. And I'm like, where are you going with that scarf? It's only 45 degrees outside.
I know.
Funny.
I mean, I'm definitely bringing out the Uggs because there's only, like, 3 times you can wear them.
New Year's is always fun and nobody thinks too deeply about what they want for the next year. Like, I think that's something our generation is
Mm.
really big on now is thinking about what's next and what do I want to accomplish and living more intentionally. Like, what happened to the boomers in that regard? They just don't think
Well, you
about
know
it.
what? My family gets really nostalgic on New Year's, and they think
Mm,
about, like, all the things we did this year, and they're like, "This year was this, and this year was that," and then they're just like, "Cheers to the next one," and there's just, like, no plans and just to see what happens. The energy is higher in New Year's than it is for us at Noche Buena. New Year's is always, like, a big party, like, this year was just me and my parents and my sisters, and my mom is like, "I wanna dance, put the salsa, da 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 da," like, even though it's just us.
yeah. I love that our culture just always finds a reason to dance.
Mhm.
It's so fun.
Also, switching between, like, the Ryan Seacrest show and Univision or Telemundo, the vibes are so different.
Oh my God, why? I didn't watch any of the specials.
Okay, so when we put on the Ryan Seacrest, like, yeah, they have, like, concerts and stuff, but then they were playing, like, Wheel of Fortune, like, a fast Wheel of Fortune, like, round. And then, like, we turned on the Univision one, and the lady's in the street, she's like, "Ah, it's like complete chaos.
Oh my God. Americanos love games. That's
Yeah,
the
they do.
biggest between us. I have never been at a family party and played a game in my life.
No, real like, me to me either. And then my husband's family, always with the games. They're also gifts. They'll be like, "I got you this game." Like, "Thank you, I guess." But, I have, like, a cupboard of games now, so at least, like, if worst case, I'm hosting and it's quiet, we'll just bring out a game.
Which, like, be real, when was the last time you hosted and it was quiet?
Yeah, when was the last time I hosted?
I was looking up to see how, like, truthful it is, how much of what they say is, like, comes true. Fitty-fitty. There's no or, like, sometimes it does happen and other times it doesn't. I'm like, "Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Perfect." So they
Well,
predicted that Maduro was going to be removed from office, which happened today. Um, they also had a notable forecast on the health of US President Trump, that he was gonna fall seriously ill. So that was another one. Um, and then that the Russian-Ukraine war would end. So those were some of the predictions that I found.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one came true.
The first one already came true.
Day
We're
1,
like,
day
"Alright, 1 for 1, let's go."
Oh my gosh. Which the whole I don't even wanna get into it on the podcast, but, the whole Venezuela thing is very crazy. Obviously, as children of parents who grew up in a communist country, we're super happy that the leader has been removed, but I think I'm, like, very worried about what comes next. Every time the
Mhm.
US invades somewhere, it's not great afterwards, and it's not good for the people. Um so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next. For some reason, I just feel like it's not gonna be good.
I saw a lot of the comments, people are, like, so happy for Venezuelans, but then obviously in the comments, it's like, Cuba and Nicaragua next, and I don't know in what way to tell Cuban people, nobody's coming to save Cuba. There are no
No.
resources in Cuba. Venezuela has oil, it's a place of interest of the United States. As for who's gonna save Cuba? Nobody. Only Cubans can save Cuba, and actually Jose Marti is a poet that was really prevalent in Cuba. He had a beautiful um, essay that he wrote called Nuestra America, and in it he wrote that the only people that can govern a country or save a country are people from that country. And that has always really stuck with me since I read it because it's so true. The only people who's coming to save the United States from all the bullshit that we're going through, nobody, us. We're the only people voting and resistance and making sure that we're educating people, but I think there's just so many people that live in an uneducated bubble, and I know for the Cuban people, anytime you say socialism, they're like, "Oh my god, it's communism disguised, blah, blah, blah," and I'm like, actually, like, socialism never existed in Cuba. They had a front of socialism, but it was always a communist regime, it was always authoritarian. This is my issue with social media, is, like, so many people educate themselves through social media, and it's like, actually, no, like, read a book, like, even reading fiction will educate you more on a topic than reading through Facebook stories of people who are not qualified to to provide news and information.
Ugh, yeah, it's
So
crazy.
we'll see. I feel happy for Venezuela and also very worried for what it means for the people. Because also, like, we bombed Venezuela, and so what? Like, the people who died, it was worth it for them to die because the leader needed to be removed? Like, I'm tired of that narrative of
We are slowly losing our humanity. Social media too, and just, like I mean, going back to, like, that man, I'm not gonna say his name, who was assassinated, just being able to film that and then people watching that, it's just like our humanity is slowly slipping away. Like, the first thing when I woke up on my feed was the news about Venezuela, and it's videos of the missiles launching on the capital where there's a bunch of people living. Oh my god, like, the first thing I thought of was, like, all these deaths, you know? We're losing our touch of humanity by just being able to watch those things and people not actually thinking about the repercussions.
no,
And
totally.
also, I would like to say that when they captured Osama bin Laden, I don't even know if I can say that name. I feel like all these names are, like, censored, but when they captured that man in Afghanistan, they didn't
Oh, yeah.
bomb.
OBL.
Oh, they captured OBL. They, they didn't bomb their way in. They, like, went in at night all secretively, and they were like, "Do what you had to do." I just didn't understand why the city needed to be bombed.
At a more basic level, Donald Trump ran his campaign on that he was going to create no more wars, and there's more wars. Um, there is money for war, but there's no money for our students to have better education. There's no money for people to have access to the surgeries and like the procedures that they need to do because the insurance companies are a a scam. Like, so these are the things that for me, it's like, yes, I'm happy that Venezuela can reach a new level of liberation maybe that they didn't have before. But why are we continuing to care about other countries before we're really looking at our own country and improving things here? And what people aren't realizing is that while these things are happening and we're like supporting other countries, we're losing rights, we're losing funding, we're losing basic needs that people I just don't know how people are not seeing this so clearly.
Mhm.
That's the part that frustrates me, like, people are like, "Oh, because Trump is the best president we've ever had in the United States." It's like, "Really?" Because my groceries are higher than ever because insurance premiums are going up next year, and I know people who can't I'm lucky that I have a great company that I work for, and they really did a great job with our benefits, but, like, I don't know how some people are gonna have insurance next year. There's
No,
a
it's
woman
crazy, the insurance thing, like, I am so lucky that my company handles it for me, but not for all the other employees, and it went up, like, I think it was something crazy, like $500. I don't know if it was $500 for the whole year or per
Oh, a
month or
month,
something crazy,
probably, a month.
and they were like, "Well, if you get your physical done, they'll waive that." So then that was, like, their workaround, but I'm like, "It sucks that you have to, like, have a workaround."
Yeah. Yeah, and our food continues to be contaminated, so more people are continuing to be sick. It's just like this cycle of, like, manipulation. I just don't know what the end game is of this administration because it's not really to make people's lives better. It's just to make rich people richer. MAGA really goes to war for this one person. There is enough for everybody, but there's this mentality of, like, there's not enough and scarcity.
Individualism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the individualism. And I was just kinda speaking on that topic not too long ago about how, like well, I was reading that book Sapiens, which I haven't finished because it feels like a textbook sometimes. When we were just starting to walk on 2 legs, the communities that would just survive were the communities, and they were the ones that would, like, help each other and the collectivism, like, that would be the ones who would survive. The individualistic Homo sapiens would be the ones that ended up dying off.
And I think that that's why through last year and to this year, everybody's like, find your community, build a community. The community aspect is the resistance. And um, so maybe that's part of what we set an intention for in the new year. I know we have a whole episode on community and feeling like it's been hard to find community, but really leaning into that and finding more community where we live and more opportunities to serve others and help others. Because I think that's something that's missing when you, especially I think for some Latinos that overly assimilate in the United States, like you have lost your level of like collectivity and you want to be American so bad that you're willing to just not give a shit about other people and live in this individualistic kind of mindset. So I'm adding that to my list. My list that I'm creating now is less social media, more community,
Yeah.
more real life stuff.
Mhm. Any chisme? Any cafecito and chisme?
I do have some
It's been a
cafecito.
while.
I started the
Okay.
Becky G, documentary on Netflix called Rebecca.
Oh, I didn't know about it.
I think it came out, like, yesterday or the day before, but it was really good so far. I didn't really know a lot about Becky G, if I'm honest. I know more about, like, Carol G. Also, why are they both in G?
The other G. So I, saw Becky G when she was singing in English. She was opening for Demi Lovato, and I remember being like, "This girl is so little on that big
She's so
stage."
little. Yeah, she is. I watched maybe halfway, but the whole thing is, like, she's always been an opening act, and now she's going on her own
Mhm.
tour where she's not
Oh, good for her.
anymore. She's, like, the main act, so she talked about that, how she was, like, opener for many years, and it's, like, the transition now. Her latest album is very personal, touches a lot on, like, Mexican music and is, like, a bridge between, like, her identity in the US, but also, like, pay homage to her Mexican roots.
I'm glad she is doing that and, like, left the English music, industry. But I guess maybe she had to start somewhere, so she had to do what she had to do.
Well, she said Selena was, like, a big influence for her, so I think, like, her
Mm.
trajectory was always gonna be that. She just yeah.
It's
Uh,
giving. It's giving that that was an influence for her. I can see that.
So, yeah, she is great.
There's a rumor that Bad Bunny's releasing a new album this year, and it's gonna be orange themed color and reggaeton, that's what they say, but I don't know. We'll
A
see.
reggaeton album?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought they said it was gonna be, like, a salsa plena album.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people who are, like, really into celebrities, more so than us, because I feel like we're into it, but, like, I don't be doing all that research.
Once they
But
have it
people
figured out, I wanna know. I'm not figuring it out.
yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna figure it out. So this guy that I watched the video on had all the clues laid out, and basically,
Yeah.
this is what Bad Bunny does before he releases a new album, and he had the receipts. That was his theory. It's gonna be a
The
reggaeton
story.
album, and it's gonna be orange.
Okay.
Update. Okay, so there's this guy on TikTok, and his name is Be Better, and he is not a reporter. He's somebody who was just talking and updating about the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni lawsuit, and he has been doing it forever. And then his account started getting like reported and trying to be like taken down. So he made another account basically theorizing that it's Ryan Reynolds trying to like silence him. And it's like a 10-minute long video. I watched the whole thing. Was like, "Whoa." He was having people reach out to him and say like, "Oh, off the record, blah, 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 blah." And it would be people that worked on set. And he said one person had told him something so dark. And he was like, I couldn't believe it at first. And then as other people were doing things and it was all like, all the puzzles started puzzling. And he was like, I think this really dark thing is actually true. But he didn't say what it is. He's like, I'm not going to release it because I'm not just going to like put it out there and it's not true. And it's something really damning, I guess. And so now his accounts keep trying to get taken down. And so he's trying to find the right, m- I guess, media outlet or like an actual journalist, somebody who with credibility to tell this thing to, because he's like, this needs to be out there. Like he's gonna expose them basically. But he was like, he didn't say what it was. It's more damning for Ryan Reynolds than it is Blake Lively. Like basically Blake Lively is just like impossible to work with. That's like basically her whole issue.
Interesting.
So it's so interesting. Yeah, so I'm like, "Oh my god, I wanna know what it
Are
is."
people
My
still
chismosa.
talking about it because, like, is it still a thing? Are they still in trial? Are they still, like
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for the documentary.
what? There's a documentary?
No, I'm just saying, like, people make documentaries about everything.
I know, but hopefully they figure it out in 2026 because we need this to end. All of
I
us
know.
to end.
We need a conclusion.
Well,
Alright.
that's all that we have for today, Primas. Thank you all so much for listening and let us know what you're manifesting or what your goals are, or if you're even setting goals this year. We want to hear from you.
Till next time.
Bye.